Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chairman, sir, Vineet, sir, Professor Juneja, thank you. And thanks to Professor Amita in absentia because she gave this opportunity to speak to all of you. And really happy to hear the pearls of wisdom and experience from Sangeeta and Urvashi and Abhit. And very happy to see the energetic crowd out here on the Valentine's Day attending this event. So really shows your drive or the push, whatever the case may be. But yes, I would like to speak for a few minutes, share a couple of points. You know, the advantage in speaking the last, or the disadvantage could be that maybe a lot of topics or the points have been covered. But as it happens in the GDs also, the person in the last is also able to chain the points in a way that can help everyone. So I would like to just quickly weave the story around the first 10 alphabets. I will not go beyond the letter J because when I will tell you about J, you will understand why I'm stopping at J. And in this, I will share what kind of work I've been doing or what experiences I've had. So A begins with, like to begin, it is A. A means aim. You need to have an aim. What do you want to do? It is not just that I want to have a venture or I want to set up a business. These are actually, I would say, the means. So have a very clear, I would say, analysis in your mind, introspection. It is not easy. It is easy to say, but it takes sometimes months or years to understand what exactly is the aim or purpose for you. But in the meantime, have agility. Because life is not going to come like a straight line for you, whether you're in your job or your studies or as a startup. It is not going to be a straight line. You will have to have a lot of curves and contours. So have agility. And along with that, remember, the age is on your side as of now. So don't miss the opportunity. Take advantage of this young age. You know, like for example, my daughter who is in class 7th now, when she was in early class 6th, in the beginning of class, she came to me that, Papa, you need to make a payment online. And because I've already prepared the content and have prepared the pro forma of a book, it needs to be published. So she did everything. She did the thinking, the story, the content, the outline. She identified the platform where it can be published and how many copies to be done, how much money to be paid. So there is no way you can really say that there is any kind of restriction of delivery. It is up to you how and when you start working upon it. So age is on your side, take advantage of it. Of course, as I said, agility, it is very important. That comes B. You will find opportunities. You know, that is I would say, the DNA of an entrepreneur. A lot of people around us, we face so many problems every day. But how many of us really think that that problem needs to be solved? And then those who think that it needs to be solved, how many people really find a solution? And those who find a solution, out of that, how many really convert into an opportunity? So that fraction is very less. And if you can be that fraction, you will make money. Whether social entrepreneurship or services or product, you will make money if you reach the stage of that opportunity. So business doesn't become just by dreaming. You have to really make it tangible. You have to articulate around it. You have to implement it. And you have to do business thinking. You really can't splurge. You can't have advantage of your resources. You're day in, day out thinking. From a student mode, you have to become a business owner mode at the same age level. So you have to be very, very clear how you have to wear that thinking hat of a business owner. And besides all this, another B which is important is count your blessings. Because there are a lot of people around you who are not having as many advantages as you have. It could be either the money or the environment or your education or this institute, this ecosystem. These are blessings. You'll always find some deficits because that is what life is. But don't focus on the gaps. People who are the skiing experts, when they plan their path, they do not count the trees. They don't focus on trees because they will bump into trees otherwise. They focus the clarity of the path. So hence, count your blessings. Third is C. Be consistent. As you heard from Sangeeta and Urvashi and Abhit, it was not that they decided to launch a venture and then within a short time they could convert into a success. It required a lot of time, patience, and consistency and commitment. So another takeaway on the Valentine Day, because it is the day today, have commitment. Whether a relationship or your business or your idea or your venture, be committed to it. You can't play around with it. You can't. Like, suddenly you can't decide that I'm into it or I'm out of it. You have to remain committed. And another C which is important, know your customer. And fourth important C, which is for your venture, is connections. Build your network. Leave no opportunity to build your connections. Attend events, go out, reach out to people, use social media, LinkedIn more than Instagram, or even if you are using Instagram, use it for connections and network. Connections are going to help you, suddenly out of the way, you will find help because you have connections. D, define what you are doing. Be very clear, define and go into details. More detailed understanding you build around your venture or implementation of your idea, it is going to help you. Whether you're speaking to your investors or pitching to your partners or seeking help as resources or interns or your co-founders, more detailing you have carried out into your thinking and on paper, it is going to help you. And quickly coming to E, idea is important, yes, but that idea makes more sense or has more value if it has gone into execution. So don't worry if there is somebody else in the market or even in your, like for example, classroom or your batchmate who has a similar idea. The one who has taken the step into execution, that person has taken the edge. And that is what the investors or co-founders look into it when they look at the people at the ideation stage, that how quickly or how genuinely you have gone into execution of it. Over the last 8 years, I have incubated or mentored close to around 230 startups, not just ideas. Screening or validation of ideas have been into thousands. But actual mentoring and incubation, 230 startups, most of them are into the revenue stage now. In each of the Shark Tank seasons, 1, 2, and 3, they have featured in each of them and have got money. Purely because it was the quality of execution. Execution could be having a lot of challenges and flaws. But the more understanding you have, even for those challenges, you will be able to seek help. So go towards execution. Constantly educate yourself. As Sangeeta also mentioned that the kind of industry she is in, it is a highly obsolescence is there. Every day there is a new change or innovation. Unless you're educating yourself about the product, about the competition, about the customer, about the ecosystem, environment, compliances, you will find it difficult. So keep educating yourself and including investing in yourself for newer skills. Education doesn't mean that you are reading or doing industry research and reading about it, but also how deeply you are investing time and resources in your own upskilling, because that will going to help you in each and every stage. And entrepreneurship is way of life. Whether you are into job or whether you're running your startup, you have to behave like an entrepreneur, which means that constantly on move, active, thinking, agile, and drive to solve the problem, not just, I would say, being whining about it, but solving it. Even at your place of work. I'm telling you, if in your batch or the people who have joined along with you at work, if you are the one who is acting like an entrepreneur and solving the problem, your bosses are going to love you around it. And then coming to F, have focus. A lot of times I've seen startups or people who have come to discuss along their pitches and all, they want to solve everything in that particular industry. Healthcare, right? Data analytics, patient handling, ambulance, doctor-patient appointments, prescriptions, and delivery of medicines, and post-operative treatments. They want to solve everything. Now, customer would be confused. Why should I come to you? So think of a problem, solve it as precisely as possible, and have focus on excellence in delivery of that particular solution. Gradually build upon it and scale up, and then widen your portfolio. So start small, but start, and if required, fail quickly, fail fast, but move to the next level. And then don't take failure as a taboo compared to what we see today. 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, or the years when I was of your age and sitting in the placements and all, failure was taken to be like a huge problem. But now you can celebrate failure, but be very clear that failure doesn't mean failure of you as an individual. It could be failure of idea, or failure of execution, or failure of resources, but you have not failed as an individual. You are the CEO of your life. You can't be negative for yourself. Take failure as a learning. Either you will win or you will learn. Don't say that I've lost. And one important thing is, of course, funds for the business. But don't worry, if your idea is good, if your basic detailing, or the kind of information that the investors are looking for, money will not be a problem for you at any stage. And quickly coming to G, as we see goals, remember Gita's shlok, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan. That means that do your best. Don't worry about the intermittent outcomes. Remember, focus on goals, and then continuously striving in excellence towards it. And then along with this, the second G, which is very important, particularly in the startup journey, is gratitude. Don't ever miss the opportunity to thank people who have helped you. Whether you're co-founders, whether you're team members, whether you're institute, whether you're faculty members, your incubation center, or your family, do not ever miss the opportunity to convey your gratitude. Be thankful. So count your blessings and be thankful. The next H, which is important, is remain humble. A lot of times we have seen startups failing purely because of co-founders' arrogance. They are successful, they taste success at early stages, and that is where they start thinking that they are beyond anyone's reach, or inputs, or suggestions or advice. And sometimes it starts taking toll on the relationships. So be humble. Remember that the time and superpower is there, which can support you, which can reprimand you. So remain humble, be thankful. So these are all connected points. These are like the softer aspects of any journey that you would have in the startup space. And remain in hermit mode. Again, we have seen good money coming to the startups, and then money getting spent on things which are not linked to the business. Whether it is flashy cars or parties or fun. I'm not saying don't have fun, but remember, it is somebody else's money, somebody else's trust. So money is the manifestation of that trust. How, I would say, genuinely you use that money for the purpose for which it has been given to you, that will have a lot of ramifications on your next round of fundings and all that. So remain easy, go easy, remain where you were, but let your business grow. You would grow along with that, but let your business grow first. And when it comes to money or anything else, very essential aspect is integrity. People will back you if they see that you are a person of high ethics, high values, and you are a person with a lot of integrity. There are going to be infinite set of challenges throughout your life. It could be personal set of challenges, professional challenges, or like any category of challenges. But only one thing can survive you through these challenges, which is integrity. And people will support you. People will come out of the blue to support you because somebody has seen that element of integrity in you. I think we can see from this. The last coming to this, which is J, why I said it is going to be the full stop on this points is the junoon part of it. You have to be mad about your idea, about your venture. मतलब आपको पागलों की तरह उस पर काम करना पड़ेगा. 24/7, breathing in, breathing out, eating, drinking, whatever. It's your business, your idea. आपको जुनून और आप not even venture, whether you're at work or like you see people around you, people who are celebrities, whether movie industry or business or politics or governance or corporate world. ये जुनून है जो आपको दूसरों से अलग करता है. A person would bet upon you if they see that potential of winning, which is the madness in you. So the attitude of delivery, everyone is equally skilled and talented out here. It is that pagalpan that will make you a winner. Along this pagalpan, another part is being jitendriya, which means throughout the journey, it is going to be hugely like a sine curve. You'll have ups and downs. Don't have, I would say, have control on your emotions. That will impact, give you good behavior, an ability to take good, clear decisions in times of stress or even times of, like I would say, happiness. But then take care of these two J's and life is going to be very enjoyable for you. All the best.